Welcome back into the channel, my friends. It's your boy Steve from Straight Fire Picks. We are back with your best bets for the NBA on Thursday, December 25th, 2025, Christmas Day. We get your best bets video coming up for this game. We're going to cover player props, spreads, totals, team totals, parlays, the whole shamit. Merry Christmas, everyone. Let's have a great day in the NBA.
Well, my presence isn't real. It's another bad one like this is scale. It's straight fire. All my bets straight from. You're in the house that Cap made now. Straight fire.
As always, my friends, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for me. Always appreciate it. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. First and foremost, Merry Christmas to you all, guys, and to all a good night. No, I appreciate all of you guys. Merry Christmas, though, guys, to you all. Appreciate you guys spending some time with me at Christmas. I know you all got families and stuff, but the grind continues, and it is a blessing and an honor to be with you here on Christmas Day. So let's have a big day on Christmas. Let's first start with a recap of how we did with our last video in the NBA, which was yesterday. We ended up going 1-3, minus 2.29 units. Obviously not a good day for us there. Our only cash that we hit was the over 233 points in the Hornets-Wizards game. Finished with 235. Even that one was close. So definitely a struggle bus, guys. We had Dante DiVincenzo to get 23 PRAs. He finished with 22. Got off to a blazing start. Had 10 right like in the first 7 minutes of the game. So I thought that we were going to coast on that one, and didn't work out the way. The Pelicans finally let us down. We had them plus 9.5 on the spread. They ended up losing by like 20 plus, I believe. And then we missed also our other player prop that we had, which, guys, I can't remember off the top of my head which one it was. But like I said, it was a rough day for us. Oh, Manuel quickly over 2.5 threes. He finished with 1. He did not shoot nearly as many as I thought he would. Definitely unfortunate there. But guys, I'm not worried, to be honest with you. I woke up really encouraged. Overall, the last week was pretty good. So the last week recap was 12-8. We still obviously had a good week. Calendar week overall, if you go back the last 6 or 7 days, it was still pretty good for us because we were on a 10-2 run. The last 2 days have been bad, but prior to that, we were doing really good. And I thought, like, some of our reads, I didn't necessarily think they were bad. I think there's definitely some adjustments we can make, and I'm always going to be looking to improve what we do, guys. So, like I said, I'm honestly not worried. I know we're going to get fully on track. We started to find it last week. I think the magic's there. We're starting to get the formula. And I think we're gonna be good going forward. So I'm honestly not too worried about it. But I'm ready to make some money today, guys. We're ready to make some money on Christmas and hopefully put some more presents under the tree, guys. As far as our comment cappers, great job from a couple of our cappers here. We had Lit Picks calling Tobias Harris over 17.5 points and rebounds. That cashes. And then Mike Crone calling Ryan Rollins over 7.5 rebounds and assists. That also cashes. So great call out there from our comment cappers as always. Guys, keep it up in the chat. You guys are absolutely rocking it down in the comment section. Make sure you guys put a star or an asterisk next to your pick that you put down below. And we'll include it in our next video as always if it hits. Guys, make sure you just comment in the video. Let me know what you guys like. You know, send some holiday cheer. The comments help us out a lot. The likes help us out a lot. I love just interacting with you guys anyway. If you guys can, hype the video, show the video. You guys know the drill. But I appreciate you guys. We got a big video here today. We got a pick for every single game. We got 5 picks on Christmas because we're loaded. We're ready to go. So let's get right into the picks, not waste any more time. Starting at number 1, we are going with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Plus 3.5 here on the spread versus the Denver Nuggets. Minus 105 odds on Rivers. This is our favorite spread pick of the day. So if you guys recall, the Timberwolves were kind of the Nuggets' kryptonite, especially last season, obviously. The Timberwolves swept the Nuggets last year, going 4-0 in the regular season versus them. They started out this season 0-2, which is kind of interesting. Both those games contained Aaron Gordon, though, for the Nuggets, which they don't have now, which the loss of Gordon is honestly significant. He's a great basketball player, obviously. He brings a lot to this team, particularly on the defensive end. The Nuggets have been kind of poor defensively with them. The 22nd defensive rating over the last 10 games. And I see the Timberwolves as a team starting to find their identity like they had from last season, right? They've got wins over the Knicks and the Thunder in the last 5 games. So I'm really starting to like what I'm seeing from the Timberwolves. Ant-Man's starting to return to form. He, kind of was battling injuries early on in the season. Obviously, he's healthy now with Randall and Gobert and DiVincenzo and McDaniels. This team is pretty much as it was last season. So if you give me the Timberwolves at full strength versus the Nuggets team that's not quite at full strength, I'm going to like that right away. By the numbers, you won't really find many numbers that support the pick. And sometimes we kind of got to ignore the numbers to a degree as far as the season numbers because they don't really mean a lot when, Ant-Man hasn't been on the floor for a bunch of this season. And now he looks like he's back in form, which obviously I like to see that. And like I said, for the Nuggets, they're down Aaron Gordon, which I think is significant. It's definitely shown itself in some games. Yeah, I remember watching the game, Nuggets and the Rockets, and the Nuggets were playing at home, and they got whipped up by the Rockets that day. They really could have used Aaron Gordon that game. Obviously they didn't have him, and they ended up getting blown out in that game. So I don't think the Timberwolves blow the Nuggets out, but I think at the very least they're going to have a great shot to win this game down the stretch. This game will be close. Give me the plus points here with the Timberwolves, guys. I think it really is fantastic. Like I said, I think they're starting to find themselves here. Like I said, by the numbers, you're not going to find like against the spread numbers and trends in your favor that you like. But I just think this Minnesota team here is the play here today. So love it there for number one pick, guys. Going Minnesota Timberwolves plus 3.5 here on the spread versus the Denver Nuggets. We got minus 105 odds here on Rivers. Okay, at number 2, we're going with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Team total under 122.5 here versus the San Antonio Spurs. We got minus 110 odds here on DraftKings. Now, this one you're going to like by the numbers. They're under this line in 5 straight games, so obviously I love that, including 2 for 2 versus the San Antonio Spurs. So what's the common denominator with the San Antonio Spurs, guys? They are a fantastic defensive team, especially with Victor Wembanyama healthy. This team is very good defensively. And I could see this as a game very much turning into a, defensive game, especially on Christmas. It's gonna be a little extra media attention, a little extra motivation on Christmas, right? I think the defensive effort will be great on both sides. I really do like the full game under as well. I felt better though about the Spurs under, or the Thunder under, because the Spurs have had the Thunder's number the last couple games too. The Spurs have won outright the last couple games, so like I said, the Spurs hit their team total over pretty easily in the last game with 130, running away with that game versus the Thunder. And their defense has played great. I love a couple of the players they have on defense. Dylan Harper, obviously Wembanyama defending the rim. But Harper's a dog on the perimeter too. So they really do play great defense out front as well. So I think this is going to be tough for the Thunder to put up 123 points. Thunder could still have a great game, guys. Let's not forget, the Thunder could score 120 points. That's still a pretty good offensive game and still hit this under. So I think this number is just set a little too high for me. The Spurs, guys, like I said, 4th in defensive rating over the last 10 games. And when you throw Wembanyama in there, obviously the rim defense just gets, it's almost impossible to score in the paint versus the Spurs. And obviously, SGA likes to get down in there. Chet Holmgren, all that, and it just makes it so much tougher when you got to deal with Wembanyama in there. And to be honest, guys, the Thunder offensively over the last 5 games, 24th in offensive rating. They've not been that great offensively over the last 5 games. And there's no reason to really think it's going to particularly improve versus a great Spurs defensive team. I'm just going to take what's already happened, guys. Obviously, Cup final, Thunder went under by a lot, and then the last game in San Antonio, they went under by a lot. So I love a lot of angles here. Honestly, I like that Spurs spread. I love the Thunder team total under. There's a lot of things you can look at here, but I think the Thunder stay under this point total. So love it there for number 2 pick, guys. We got Oklahoma City Thunder team total under 122.5, minus 110 odds here on DraftKings. Okay, and at number 3, we got Kevin Durant over 34.5 PRAs here for the Houston Rockets. We're going minus 106 odds here on FanDuel. Now, unfortunately, guys, when I was typing up my notes, the line actually moved up one. I had to adjust my notes. It was 33.5, which, I loved it there. I love it at 34.5 still. But obviously this line, maybe it flips back down to 33.5. Who knows? But it looks like the line is moving up based on what I can see here. But right now, best value here on FanDuel. Kevin Durant, 14-25 this season, 9-15 on the road to this line. So obviously a little bit better there on the road, which you like to see. 3 of his last 5 games versus the Los Angeles Lakers to this line. He's also on fire a bit to this line of late. 7 of his last 10 games to the line, 70%. We like to see that. This is a great matchup for Kevin Durant, guys. Lakers give up the 3rd most points to small forwards. We just saw Kawhi Leonard cook them the other day. I think that's more of what could happen here, to be honest with you. I think that this could be a spot where, in the mid range, I think Durant's could be able to do some work. And the Lakers just haven't been defending small forwards well at all this season. Similar players, if you go to Props Madness, which I really love that tool now. Props Madness is a great app, guys, great research tool. But similar players, which they judge kind of their shot type, where they do most of the scoring. They kind of make an average of that, and they look at the similar players. Similar players to Kevin Durant are 10 of 15, 10 of the last 15 versus the Lakers to this line. So obviously like seeing that. Rockets ranked 23rd, or rather, Lakers ranked 23rd in PRAs allowed to forwards overall. So obviously love to see that. Durant versus 16 to 30 matchups. So teams that rank 16th or worse versus the forward position in PRAs allowed. He's 8 of 13 this season to this line. So I think this is a great spot, guys, for Durant. It's on Christmas. He's also had a lot of success on Christmas. He averages like 40 PRAs per game on Christmas. So there's that too. Durant very much shows up on Christmas. So love it there, guys, for number 3 pick. We got Kevin Durant over 34.5 PRAs here for the Houston Rockets. We got minus 106 odds here on FanDuel. Okay, and at number 4, we're going Stephen Curry over 9.5 rebounds and assists, plus 100 odds here on Fanatics. Now 10.5 would be a little too high here. Risking unit here. Love this spot for Curry, guys. He's 9 of 21 this season, 5 of 10 in home games, so a little bit better there at home. 4 of his last 6, though, to this line, including 2 games where he had 16 RAs versus the Suns in each of those games. It's also 6 for his last 6 versus the Mavericks to this line. So this is what he does when he plays the Mavericks. He gets a lot of rebounds and assists, which I love to see it. Mavericks this season ranked 20th in rebounds and assists allowed to point guard, so obviously love to see that. Curry 6 of 9 this season versus teams ranked 16 to 30 in rebounds and assists allowed to point guard. So love to see that as well, guys. This is a great matchup for Curry, and obviously he does pretty good in those matchups. He should be able to get a decent bit of rebounds and also assists in this one. Love that he's at home here, too. I think this is a great spot for Curry here to hit his overs. Obviously, to me, this isn't the best of scoring matchups for him. Like I said, this is going to be the spot where I'm looking for more rebounds and assists from him. And 9.5 is honestly a pretty good line. I remember last season we were playing the 10.5 line on him. So 9.5 at plus value feels really good. I'm going to be honest in this spot, guys. So love it there, guys, for number 4 pick. We got Steph Curry over 9.5 rebounds and assists here for the Golden State Warriors, plus 100 odds here on Fanatics. Finally, at number 5, we got Sam Merrill. 12 plus points here for the Cleveland Cavaliers. We got plus 105 odds here on Fanatics, risking a unit here. So Sam Merrill, guys, 10 of 14 this season, 4 of 6 on the road to this line. He's over 70% to this line on the season. Already love it, right? He's in the starting lineup as well. They just recently moved DeAndre Hunter to the bench, put him in the starting lineup, which obviously is great. He's going to get 25 plus minutes here, which should be more than enough for him. This is a great matchup for Sam Merrill. This is like perfect for Sam Merrill. Merrill gets 70% of his scoring on above the break threes. Obviously, he's primarily a 3-point shooter, which you could 100% look at his threes line as well. But he gets 70% of his scoring at above the break threes, where the Knicks rank 22nd in defending. They don't defend that very well at all. So obviously, great there. 44% of Merrill's scoring comes on spot up shots, which the Knicks rank 30th in defending. So that's obviously fantastic. And then 66% of Merrill's scoring comes on catch and shoot, which the Knicks rank 27th in defending. So on all those metrics, obviously this is a fantastic matchup for Merrill. I don't see how he doesn't get 12 points here. I really don't. I think he's gonna get this done here. And obviously he's a fantastic 3-point shooter. And sometimes the Knicks just don't defend that 3-point line very well. I think this is a spot where Merrill can take advantage of that and get this done. So absolutely love it there, guys. Love it for our number 5 pick. We got Sam Merrill, 12 plus points here for the Cleveland Cavaliers. We got plus 105 odds here on Fanatics. Then our for the Sweep Parlay is going to be plus 34.04 odds on DraftKings with our profit boost here. Obviously, we had to make this a same game Parlay X. So that means we got one game where we have 2 picks. So I added Steph Curry to get 4 rebounds, which if he's going to cash his RA line anyway, he's probably going to have to get 4 rebounds. So that just adds a little juice to it and also gets our boost on it. So it brings it up to 34.04, which I think is fantastic, guys. And hopefully we can cash this and we can make like 8 units in the NBA and then all will be good in the land of straight fire, guys. So appreciate you guys. That's our for the Sweep Parlay. Then our straight fire Fave streak play of the day, starting at day one, is going to be Sam Merrill, 12 plus points, plus 105 on Time Fanatics. You guys just heard my whole spiel on him, on why I love him in that matchup. It fits all of his scoring categories. Very fitting for him, and I think he'll be able to get that done. So love you guys. Appreciate you guys. This is going to be a great day. Guys, we're going to have a great Christmas. I'm excited, obviously, for the holidays. It is obviously a fantastic time of year. Merry Christmas to you all. And just remember, honestly, what's really important, right? At the end of the day, bets and stuff shouldn't be at the top of our priority list, right? As far as that type of lifestyle. Obviously, I take my research and stuff very seriously. I know we're down units. I know to all the haters out there be like, yeah, I bet you take it seriously. You're down 27 units. I know. Okay, I know. I know we've had a tough start to the year. It happens. And generally speaking, we've always turned it around. So my thing is like, what I found funny the other day is someone's like, yeah, I'm fading all your picks. I'm like, okay. I mean, I get it. If you want to fade, go ahead and fade. It doesn't bother me. What anybody does with the picks is completely up to you and has no impact on me. As far as like, if you tail or fade, yeah, I wish you the best of luck either way. And I get it either way. If you guys want to tail or fade, I totally respect it either way. But like making it like, I'm mad at you, I'm fading you. I'm like, okay. Okay. I don't even know what to say to that because I'm like, if it's me, and I was talking to my friend about this the other day, if I saw a capper that I know has been around a while, I know takes his job serious, and I know does his research, he's down 20-something units on the season. I'm looking at it, and I'm going, is that the spot you really want to fade somebody in? Not me, because if I was thinking about it, logically speaking, based on the history of this channel, if you guys have been watching us, the turnaround's coming pretty soon. I can't guarantee that we're going to have an individual great day, right? But in the long term, I think we're going to end the season positive. You'll be surprised. And would I want to start fading somebody when they're already down 25 units? No, I wouldn't. I'd be more apt to fade the person maybe if they had such an amazing run. They went 20-2, and then the luck sometimes turns at some of those points. Just the way it is, guys. It's the industry we're in. You got to understand we're gambling. We're betting. None of this stuff, none of these things are ever locks. They're never. Anything can happen inside of a bet. The defense can change. Anything can change from now until game time. And then the guy, you never know. The guy you bet on may have drank 12 beers the night before, and you don't even know it. I mean, how can you know that? I don't know. For instance, I don't know Sam Merrill's personal life. I'm assuming he's not doing anything crazy, but I don't know. Maybe he did something crazy yesterday. Maybe he's not ready to play, and maybe he shows up, I don't know. I'm not saying he does. I'm just saying we don't know those things. I mean, if you can get an inkling on those things, obviously it's good to know, but a lot of times it's hard to know those things. So anyway, that's just my spiel on that. I love you guys either way, whether you guys tail or fade. Obviously I hope we always have great days, and you also don't have to play the picks too. You also could do this thing where I'm like, no, I'm going to wait till Steve gets hot. I believe in Steve, but you know what? Maybe we ought to wait until he finds the rhythm. Because sometimes there's something to be said about that. And like I said, I respect it. I still love you guys coming out and hanging out with me. That's honestly the stuff that I like. As far as taking the picks or not taking the picks, that isn't the stuff that's important to me. I just speaking, you know what I mean? But like I said, love you guys. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. That's my spiel. We're done with it. And I will catch you guys all back here next time. Peace out.